One of these SUVs could save you well over $10,000 during the next 15 years. The other could quietly become one of the most expensive ownership mistakes you will ever make. And almost nobody buying them today actually knows which is which. We are not reviewing these SUVs as brand new cars today. We are investigating which one is most likely to completely betray you 10 years from now. If you have been searching for 2026 RAV4 problems or questioning CR-V hybrid reliability, you are in exactly the right place. For 2026, the old rules are completely dead. Industry data indicates Toyota is pulling a radical power move for this generation, phasing out the pure gas engine. The expectation is that the 2026 RAV4 leans heavily into mandatory electrification, either as a standard hybrid or a plug-in variant. Meanwhile, Honda is playing a dangerous game of split strategy, forcing you to choose between a tiny turbo engine or their dual motor system. Is Toyota's massive bet on an electrified lineup a long-term cheat code, or is Honda's mechanical restraint the only safe place left to park your money? In this video, we are tearing down the engineering flaws, the hidden software traps, and the secret financial data that sales reps spray you never look up. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which SUV fits your version of long-term ownership. The powertrain war. What breaks? Let's look under the hood, because how these two vehicles build power will directly dictate your repair bills in year 8. The new 6th generation RAV4 relies entirely on Toyota's advanced hybrid architecture. It links a 2.5-liter, 4-cylinder engine to twin electric motors. Toyota designed this system with simplicity and longevity as the priority, meaning there are no belts to snap and no traditional gears to grind. The baseline all-wheel drive RAV4 pumps out a healthy 2 to 136 horsepower while returning an impressive 48 miles per gallon in the city. But here is the ownership consequence. When you step on the gas, the engine revs up instantly and just screams. It drones, it sounds unrefined, and it feels completely utilitarian. Now, look at the 2026 Honda CR-V hybrid. It gives you 2 to 104 horsepower and a punchy 2 to 147 pound-feet of instant torque. Because Honda engineers knew people hate that endless CVT drone, they programmed fake, simulated gear shifts into the computer system. Under hard acceleration, it sounds and feels exactly like a premium luxury vehicle. The cabin stays completely quiet, but that auditory performance comes at a cost. The CR-V hybrid maxes out at 40 miles per gallon, dropping to 37 if you choose all-wheel drive. But here is the real trap. If you buy a cheaper, base model CR-V, Honda hands you a tiny, highly stressed 1.5-liter turbo engine instead of the hybrid. Drop a tiny turbo engine into a heavy 2-ton family SUV, and it has to work overtime under constant boost pressure just to keep up with modern highway traffic. Historically, this opens the door to potential oil dilution and premature component wear. Because the RAV4 drone is so frustrating for daily drivers, but Honda's base turbo engine introduces long-term wear risks, this first round is a dead heat, 1 point each. Unmasking the platforms. Let's pivot to how these chassis are put together. The 2026 RAV4 rides on Toyota's global TNGA-K platform. For this redesign, Toyota used more structural adhesives deep inside the frame rails. They finally tried to fix the biggest complaint of older RAV4 models, a loud, echoey cabin that made long road trips exhausting. When you shut the door, it feels solid. But once you sit inside, Toyota's cost-cutting becomes blindingly obvious. Hard, scratchy plastics cover the lower doors and the center console. It is built to survive messy kids and a decade of abuse, but it looks and feels incredibly basic. Step out of the Toyota and slide into the 2026 CR-V. The difference is night and day. Honda has completely abandoned the utilitarian look to chase premium luxury brands. The stunning metal mesh trim running across the dash hiding the air vents is beautiful. Every single dial clicks with a weighted, satisfying premium resistance. More importantly, Honda used liquid-injected acoustic seals throughout the firewall. The cabin isolation is light years ahead of the RAV4. If you care about daily comfort and interior serenity, Honda pulls ahead decisively here, taking the lead. The Untold Balancing Act. But here is the twist nobody talks about. The vehicle that wins on paper can actually lose in the one category that matters more than almost all the others. You see, most car reviewers look at these cars for a single afternoon. They test them clean, on smooth roads, with full fuel tanks. But you have to live with this asset every single day. And a vehicle that feels luxurious in a 10-minute dealership test drive can turn into an absolute nightmare when you are stranded on the side of the interstate in the middle of a torrential downpour. As we cross into the technical and software architecture, you are about to see how a single engineering choice completely flips the script on who actually built the safer long-term bet. Let's look at the tech disaster brewing behind both dashboards. Software disasters. Pain first. Imagine backing out of your driveway, running late for work, and your entire digital dashboard suddenly freezes solid. No backup camera, no navigation, and no radio. This is the exact nightmare brewing behind modern dashboards. For this generation, Toyota is leaning heavily into their brand new in-house software architecture. It looks incredible on the massive screen. But here is the catch. When an automaker tries to write its own complex operating system from scratch, early adopters often end up acting like unpaid beta testers. A buggy remote update can turn your slick digital dashboard into a brick. However, Toyota earns a moral victory here. They kept physical buttons for your climate control right below the screen, so you won't freeze if the computer crashes. Honda chose a different path, integrating Google built-in directly into the top-tier sport touring model. The UI is blindingly fast and totally intuitive. But Honda's system has a hidden financial trap: data subscriptions. Once your initial free trial expires, accessing that beautiful native navigation system requires a recurring monthly data fee. If you refuse to pay it, your built-in maps go dark. Because Toyota's software is a risk and Honda's is a subscription trap, the score differential remains steady. Before we tear into the hidden Achilles heels that could leave you stranded, if you're finding this deep dive investigation into the why and how of these failures actually useful, hit that subscribe button. We are digging through the comments to fuel our next deep dive, so tell us, are you Team Toyota or Team Honda? The untold Achilles heels. Now we are entering the territory sales reps are explicitly trained to hide from you. Let's look at the Honda CR-V hybrid first. Walk to the back, open the tailgate, lift the trunk floor, and brace yourself. There is no spare tire. None. Because Honda packages the hybrid battery cells under the rear cargo floor, they completely deleted the spare tire well. Instead, you get a cheap can of tire sealant and a tiny electric air pump. If you get a severe sidewall tear or a structural blowout on a dark highway 60 miles from town, that liquid foam is going to leave you completely stranded. For a family vehicle built for road trips, removing a physical spare tire can become a massive compromise. Now let's flip the spotlight onto Toyota. On older AWD models, the high-voltage orange cable running to the rear electric motor was encased in a solid plastic shroud, causing total hybrid system failure due to corrosion. For the redesign, Toyota deployed a defensive update using open-sided drainage slots to let water escape. Because Toyota at least gives you a physical spare tire and actively redesign their notorious cable vulnerability, they claw back a full point. The hidden cost audit. Let's run the actual numbers that matter to your bank account. Honda provides a standard factory hybrid component warranty that cuts off at 8 years or 1 to 100,000 miles. Toyota backs the RAV4 with a massive 10-year or 150,000-mile hybrid battery warranty. Imagine you are standing at 1 to 180,000 miles in the year 2036. The hybrid battery pack starts showing signs of old age. Which company would you rather be dealing with? Because Toyota sells significantly more hybrids globally, they have created a massive secondary economy of independent hybrid mechanics. If your RAV4 battery fails out of warranty in year 12, you can buy a remanufactured pack for a fraction of the cost. Honda's hybrid aftermarket remains significantly smaller, frequently locking you into premium dealership retail rates. Toyota dominates the hidden cost audit, forcing a dead tie going into the verdict. The real-world verdict. The final score is 3-3, a dead tie, and that final tally is exactly why scoreboards can be dangerous. Real ownership decisions aren't always a clean math equation. The Honda CR-V is undeniably the more sophisticated, more refined, and better handling machine to spend your life in on a daily basis. The Honda CR-V is the SUV you will love for the next 5 years. The Toyota RAV4 is the SUV you will thank yourself for buying 15 years from now. If you are buying an SUV as a pure financial tool to drive into the dirt for the long haul, the Toyota RAV4 is the smart choice. But if you refuse to sacrifice interior luxury and ride comfort just to save a few bucks at the pump, buy the Honda CR-V Hybrid. Just make sure you buy an aftermarket spare tire to throw in the trunk. Now, the battlefield shifts directly to you. If someone handed you $40,000 right now and forced you to keep just one of these SUVs for the next 15 years, which one are you choosing? And more importantly, which one are you absolutely avoiding? Drop your allegiance in the comments section below. Let's see who wins the brand war. And if you have a specific mechanical headache with either of these, sound off, because we're digging through the comments to fuel our next deep dive investigation. We will see you in the next video.